What's up, YouTube? This is your boy Game for Daniel, aka Big D. I'm back with Fixing Tech. We're back with the limited edition Halo 4 Xbox 360. And if you guys haven't watched the previous video where I unboxed it, I'll leave the link in the description. There she is. But pretty much, I'm gonna take it apart, get this disk tray to fix, and find out what's rattling inside of it, and overall just get it better ventilation, cleaned, and everything else. I'll tell you what's the sad part. The sad part is I'm literally taking apart a limited edition console. Like, that's the sad part. So I'm trying not to do any damage to it than what's already done to it. And actually, one thing I did notice with it when I did have it on, I don't know if it's just the Xbox 360 S models that do it, but this one did it as well. It worked when I first got it, but then it stopped. But I've been having issues with Wi-Fi connection. Like, it'll pop up the internet, but it won't connect. And this one's doing the same thing as what this one's doing. It'll pop up the internet fine on the Wi-Fi, go to connect, and it'll just keep failing every time. I don't know if that's a common problem with these models, but like, that's crazy this one's doing it as well. And I've even replaced the Wi-Fi adapter thinking it would fix it, and it doesn't. Alright, so as you can see, the cover's off, which right there's the cover. And here is the other cover. See-through. What I didn't notice, I noticed this is rusted very bad right here. And I have another one of these grills that I took out of this one that I didn't put back in. I was going to replace this until I noticed they literally painted on this. So this is literally part of the decal on this grill. So if I replace this, it just wouldn't look right when I put it back together, because it's supposed to match the decals on this cover. So I can maybe buff that out, sand it out. That's the least thing I can do, is sand it, make it look a little bit better. But yeah, it's rusted right around this fan. And there's the blue LED lights you can see. Yeah, alright, let's get further into it. Oh, and before I go any further, there's already pieces. There's already freaking pieces coming right out of this system. What the fuck? That's like a latch to something. Yeah, whoever had this system did not take good care of it. It was probably some kid or something. Alright, so now we're inside the Xbox 360. And it's not looking too bad, but it definitely needs it cleaned. For sure. This I want to look into. August 2012. Okay, this I want to look into. See what is wrong with this. That's new. That model didn't have this in it. That goes to... I don't know what that goes to. Oh, that's the speaker. That's literally the speaker. Yeah, it's a speaker. That's crazy. Okay, this one didn't have that. I mean, yeah, this one makes noises, but they didn't put like a big speaker like that. So yeah, they definitely made the speaker a lot bigger in this model. Okay, that's cool. That's cool to see some a little bit changes in this. I tell you what though, looking at it, there's just rust. Rust. I'm just like, wow. I don't know how it managed to get rust in here. And another thing too, I can see that somebody pried. So somebody had this open before, I'm pretty sure, because these are literally pried open. Like, that is part of the screw that's supposed to hold the cover. It's supposed to hold all this together. Somebody probably took that cover and just pried. So yeah, somebody's definitely had this open, because that is not supposed to be like that. I noticed that they're all four, like all three of these corners are just broken, which is part of the screw that holds that in right there. Yeah. And there's rust down here too. Oh my god. Alright, this is what I want to look into. So it's just a regular Phillips screwdriver. So I got this dish tray, which there's the cover, and there is the dish tray. It is looking nasty in there. There is just dust and hair. Yeah, it's pretty bad looking. There's the dust and hair. Yeah, it's no wonder this tray does not open. It's just gunked up. And you're gonna need, you know, all this to be clean for it to be able to eject this tray. It's not looking good cleaning wise. And the fact I've already found broken screws and stuff like that, little pieces falling out. Yeah, whoever had it did not take very good, clearly didn't take good care of it. So right here's the other speaker. When you eject it, it makes the, you know, the other halo effect sounds. But there's the bottom of it and the speaker, which they put pretty decent sized speakers in this console. Yeah, see, I'm just picking out hair. Dust. Just dust balls. So I'm going to get my air can and I'll be right back. Alright, so blow all that out. Woo. See, this is where air can comes in handy. Look at that. I just blew the system and all. See all the dust particles? See if I can do it again. Wow. That's pretty bad. Get that heat sink nice and cleared up. Yeah, it's just spitting everywhere. Just spitting it everywhere. There's even a little bit of hair in that. I'm going to take a little bit of alcohol, Q-tip, and clean the lens as well. Gotta give this system some love. So just clean this. Oh yeah, it's looking a lot better already. Alright, now that the lens is clean, let's find out why this tray is not opening. What you want to do, because you ain't going to be able to pry this open if the laser lens is up, which I'll show you. So you ain't going to be able to pry it. So you see that little hole? This is like pretty much the way of the laser lens going down and it ejects the dish tray. So you stick that in there and you see it has it lifted the laser lens. Now it's like down, that way this can pull out. And wow, this has a lot of friction. Yeah, there is a lot holding it back. No wonders it does not open. But the trick is fixing this is literally this rubber band. If you guys haven't seen my last video of me fixing an Xbox 360 disc tray getting stuck, I'll leave the link in the description. I pretty much fixed it without having to open it up. But this one I had to open up the whole. For the S models, you have to pretty much open it up if you can't get this to, you know what I mean, eject. If you can't get them to eject, you have to take apart the system. But I did do a video on the original Xbox 360 where I didn't have to take it apart, and I managed to fix this part. Literally all you do is take this rubber band out and you just clean it with hot water, and you're good to go, and it'll fix the problem with it, because there's a lot of dirt and dust that can pretty much slip this belt. So I will be right back. I'll wash it, and that'll be an easy fix. Alright, so the rubber band is cleaned, and I'm going to just blow a little bit of hair around these gears. There's hair around these gears, so make sure all that's nice and cleaned. And put the rubber band back on. And as you can see, as I rotate it, yeah. So literally, it's literally with this, it's literally a common problem with these disc trays getting stuck. It's literally just a rubber band getting gunked up with dust and dirt, and it causes it to jam. It's literally a common problem with these Xbox 360s, so just keep that in mind. If yours ever does that, it's literally just this part needs cleaned. So now, all this mess, time to put it back together. Alright, so I did say I was going to sandpaper this rust off, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright, so that's the best I could get it. It's looking a lot better than what it did, though. So there it is. It's looking a lot better than what it originally did. That's the best I could get it. Alright, so it's put back together. Now let's try it out and see if the disc tray opens. Alright, moment of truth. Should boot up. There it is. I was about to say. Okay, so it booted up. Alright, so it's still getting stuck there, I see. It's still getting stuck. I think I know what it is. I think this needs to go, that little foam piece. Okay, so back to the console. As you've seen, it wasn't opening still. It still got stuck. So I'm curious. I think there's something like hitting it, because I know for a fact that should have opened. Not even that, but my eject button kept hitting and it froze the console. It kept hitting by itself. So something's touching right there. Alright, so now I got it stripped. So now let's see what's going on here. See, as you can see, it's just making noises by itself. So the console's on. There, it opened. Okay. I'm gonna have to figure out why. Oh, I know why, because it's touching it is why. But yeah. it opens. So something's causing it to. Yeah, okay, it opens. So something's just getting stuck. I think the way it's setting is probably why. So yeah, okay. So yeah, the disc tray opens. It's just something. Turn that off. It's just something making it stuck when it's up here, when this is on. Alright, so I figured out the problem why this wasn't ejecting. If you see right here, the last person that had this console, if you've seen before where they literally broke the screws that hold like everything in here. Like they're all broke. And because of them screws being broke, if you look closely to the disk drive, it's hitting the corner of this faceplate. Now watch when I lift it up. Yeah, it's not supposed to set down, it's supposed to be up like right here. So just because of them breaking that screw really matters, because now when you try ejecting, it hits the corner of this faceplate, which it needs to be up. So I'm going to try to figure out how to get that fixed. The fact that they snapped the screws in half. So I think what I'm going to do, as you can see, right there are the screws that are just broke. Just literally snapped. Because they literally pried it open and didn't know how to get it off. But I think what I'm going to do is try to stick something underneath. So I think I'm going to take some paper, fold it enough where it will lift it just enough for it to be the right height. So here's a little Easter egg. I'll stick that underneath the system. And just in case I ever sell this system, here's a little Easter egg inside the system from me. So just in case I ever sell it. But anyway, the trick is the stuff that's under here, and hopefully it should lift it up enough. Something like that, where it's just picking it up just enough where the disc ain't gonna get stuck on this. Like, it's not gonna hit this. Alright, so I'm gonna put it back together, and hopefully that fixed it. Well, there you have it. They fixed it. Yep, it fixed it where... So, literally the problem was it just wasn't up high enough for it to come through this hole. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out this thing. Peace. So the other issue I'm having is the power and eject button isn't working when I hit it, and it turns off and on by itself. So it has something to do with this ribbon. So I'm going to fix that real quick. So you just take electrical tape and tape it. Just like that. Works.
Supposedly he's bleeding from the ear from an assault.
Oh man.
Somebody hurt this 6-year-old kid. Too many rapes, too many murders, too much people wanting to kill. And if my friend was here, he'd probably flip out on me for it. Get people coming up to your window asking for fucking money, or asking if they can wash your windows for money. Yeah, okay. And you don't need a fucking shower. I've seen you sweaty and dirty before. Like I said,